undisclosed location in North America. You are watching Card to Card, and this is episode 27, and it is Shadow People. Now, I was going to do a Nightfall card from the Nightfall set, but I decided to go ahead and do this one. This is from the Cryptid Nation set, second edition. Amazing artwork there by Victor Larson. Very, very, very creepy. That background is fantastic. Very atmospheric. Very creepy looking shadow people there. Now I'll tell you, this card should have been in Nightfall. Definitely more of a scary card set, but there's a lot out there about shadow people. So, what are shadow people? Well, they're kind of, I don't really know if they're considered a cryptid because it's more they're thought to be like entities that have a shadowy appearance that like you seem to catch them out of the corner of your eye, just like on the edge of your visual perception. And there are just way too many stories of shadow people to possibly mention, and they have been reported for centuries, many years, perhaps as long as lights have been making shadows, and probably before that. And these shadow people, they don't seem to have a physical mass and are just kind of more of an apparition. We actually have a picture here. Now, I will say, if you're squeamish about scary stuff, you do not want to see this picture. This is a pretty scary picture here. I think it's scary. Of a shadow person. Okay, you've been warned. Viewer discretion advised. That is just freaky. Now, you can just maybe say, oh, that's just somebody standing there and just like they're just standing in the shadow, or not standing directly in the light. But that's very creepy. I don't like looking at that picture. It's just very creepy, and that is an example of a shadow person. Now, people have been seeing these for years and years. What are they? What are they really seeing? Man, it's hard to say. I know light can play tricks on your eyes for sure, and like the fact that people are seeing this like just out of the corner of their eye, you know, your mind can fill in. The brain is more than capable of imagining something to fill in a something like that. Like there's a little, who knows, a bug making a shadow in a light for a second. You see that out of the corner of your eye. Your brain can concoct something that was that. So you never underestimate the power of the brain. But scientists have had many explanations of what happened, what is actually happening when someone is seeing a shadow person, including something called sleep paralysis. Now, this has happened to me one time. Now, I didn't see any shadow people, but I was laying there in bed, and my body was still asleep, but I felt like I was awake. Like, I remember this very clearly. And I remember opening my eyes. It was very freaky because I could kind of look around with my eye, but I couldn't move. Like, I couldn't move my head. I tried to talk. I couldn't talk. I mean, whatever noise is coming out of me, out of my vocal cords, is just like I couldn't like make words. But your brain's kind of like awake and half dreaming or whatever, but your body is still asleep. That's sleep paralysis, and your mind can really play some tricks on you in that state. So it happens rarely, but it has happened to me, and it is very scary. And you're like trying to wake yourself up, but your body is asleep. You're paralyzed. It's creepy. So, yeah, you're consciously awake, but you could still be seeing things that you're imagining because you're really not actually awake. So, these scientists have said that these could also be caused by certain drugs that people take in. Maybe they're hallucinating these types of things, or it can also be caused by sleep deprivation, a lack of sleep. Now, we do have an associated video to go along with this, and I might, we might, I might be doing two videos back to back, and these are videos of shadow people. So again, viewer discretion is advised. Let's roll it. Okay, so those are more shadow puppet people and uh, pup, shadow puppets, those types of things. Not the same thing as shadow people, but I did want to show that to show that shadows, when we see a shadow, our mind can really fill in the gaps and imagine we're seeing something, and you can see it in those shadows, um, especially in the hand puppet, the shadow puppets with the guy's hands. Very talented, but obviously those weren't animals that you were seeing. It was just a shadow, and plus, light can be manipulated by things to where it looks like something else. Crazy stuff. Now, there are other explanations of what a shadow person could be, and I really don't. Those are areas I just don't want to go because it's a level of creepiness that I don't want to really get into on my channel. But I mean, we are talking about shadow people. Yeah, there could be entities out there that people are actually seeing. I definitely think that. Um, I don't think we're alone in the universe, if you know what I mean. But a lot of cases, especially ones where you're just seeing something out of the corner of your eye and you're like, look over and it's gone, those could be your mind playing tricks on you, your eyes, something that you're really, your brain is filling in the gaps of what you just saw. So, very scary stuff. I hope none of you guys have to undergo a sleep paralysis situation, but that's scary. And so, if you're ever I guess maybe you can take this out of this video. If you're ever laying there in bed and you're like frozen, you can't move, but your eyes are open, you feel like you're awake, just think back in your back of your head, this could be sleep paralysis and what you're seeing isn't real. I mean, because it might keep you from being super freaked out by that situation. Because I know it will happen from time to time. And if it happened to me, it could happen to anybody. So, thank you for watching. And let me tell you, if you're in your room at night with some lights on and you see something out of the corner of your eye, you definitely need to keep your eye out. And usually we end the video right there, but I didn't even talk about the flavor text or anything on this card. We need to go back and do that. So, this says date of birth on the card. It's got question marks there. I mean, just look at that art. Great artwork there, man. Victor Larson art is fantastic. So, and the attack is actually called corner of your eye. In the flavor text, there says some of the most common beasties on Earth. Their ability to slip in and out of most barriers allowed them to pass freely through the veil. So, not much there in the way of the flavor text, but I like that they threw in corner of the eye as the attack. And yeah, a really interesting addition to Mezu. This is from the Cryptid Nation set. I was really hoping that this was from the Nightfall set, but because I actually am trying to do them in, like, I'll try to do a Cryptid Nation and a Nightfall, and then, you know, in the order of the set. So next week I'll definitely try to go back and do a Nightfall. We might do 2 Nightfalls in a row. That way we keep everything even, and then we'll do like 2 Wilderness and then 2 UFOs. So if the series keeps going on that long, but anyway, like we were just saying, if you're in your room at night, you have a light on, you see something out of the corner of your eye, you definitely want to keep your eyes out for the shadow people. All right.